I am doing an update, I guess. Today we did a half marathon at Lake Powell for for today. Sorry, I'm really tired. I just want to go to sleep. My eyes hurt. I'm very sleepy. We had to wake up early yesterday and today, so I'm a little sleep deprived, but it's okay. I mean, I did better than I thought I was. I kind of did the goal that I was planning, but I mean, I did pretty good considering I didn't train as hard as I had been when I was in Washington. I know I passed the 13 mile. And in terms of like hydration and like nutrition, I've been like dropping the ball this week just because a lot of stuff going on. I had to renew some stuff for work, so I was busy with that. And then I had to do some more training for work. So I was like busy on the computer doing some stuff. And then I actually had to go to work, and I couldn't count that as like additional work. So it was stuff that I had to do, and I was really sleepy, like mentally exhausted. You know, when you do things for work and you're like, it's vital to what I have to do, so I have to do it. So I'm like mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. So we are actually going to be probably going to Lake Powell. It's kind of funny because I guess one of the people who we did the half marathon with has been competing against me for some reason, and it's like, I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but you have time to train. Your job doesn't require as much walking as mine. So what I try to do is what I try to do, and I've just been really busy. So unfortunately, the onus is on me because it's my responsibility to myself. But some of the things I like to do, or some of the things I like to highlight, was this race was actually pretty nice. It was very scenic. Unfortunately, because of the solar eclipse, they had to change the route. So it's not the route it usually is. So I'm actually pretty curious to run it next year to see what that's all about. Because the solar eclipse, they couldn't go through part of the race trail that they usually go through in reverence of people who, like, Native Americans who, you know, find it reverent during that time for the solar eclipse. For me, it was something we signed up for prior to, you know, finding out I had a solar eclipse. It's something we're able to find in between jobs, and I mean, just because of what I do, it's hard to find time, because I mean, scheduling, trying to match up people's schedules, trying not to make people mad by taking too many weeks off, weekends, and just trying to follow somebody else's schedule. But this was the one time that I could have done something like this, because there was nothing else going on at this time. The only thing that sucked was last night, our accommodations, we had to sleep. Our accommodations didn't really communicate very well with us, so we slept in our van. And one sec. Yeah. So we slept in the van. So part of it was trying to find some things that we had planned to have resolved. So in terms of like food, all that stuff, like amenities, where you're like, oh, I get to sleep in a bed, there's a place that I can use the restroom, like all this stuff. So we were up kind of late last night trying to sort everything out before we went to sleep. So it sucked. And then we were up early because we stayed kind of near this place in the van, and thankfully it's pretty big enough to kind of accommodate both of us. Well, me, I'm very small, so this trail 13.1 is pretty nice. So we started over here. I don't know if you can see it up there where that lady's talking. Yeah. And then we went down the trail this way, and then this way, and then we went kind of on a trail up towards the fire department, and then we crossed the road onto another trail, and we followed it's like Page Trail Rim. So it was actually pretty cool because you got to see pretty scenic areas of Page, and you got to kind of look out. One of the first places we got to see was like kind of off of a big cliff, and it looked really cool. It had all these rolling hills, and I did record some of the GoPro died, so we'll see how far it goes until. I took about 4-ish hours, 3 and something hours, I'm not really sure, but my goal for this was to do under 20-minute miles, just because I haven't been running as much. I don't want to give myself an injury. I don't want to hurt myself. I do need to walk for my job, so I don't really want to overexert myself and injure myself, tear something, and then I'm out for work. So part of what it is just knowing my limits and not pushing, because I did tape my foot, but like I put a bunch of band-aids and stuff on it, but I missed one spot on one side and I got a pretty bad blister. It's not as bad as it could have been because I stopped, and I'm mad because I caught up to the pacer. I was doing so good in the beginning. I caught up to the pacer for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I caught up to her and I passed her, and I was like 5 minutes ahead of her. So I was doing really good, and then I had to stop because it kept rubbing underneath my foot, and I was like, if I don't stop, it's gonna become a blister, it's gonna pop, and it's gonna be bleeding. And I don't know, it probably not bleeding, but it's just gonna become really painful, really irritating, and I'm gonna have to deal with it healing. I'm not gonna be able to go to the lake. I'm not gonna be able to get back to training. I'm not gonna be able to do all these things just because I was like, oh, I'm gonna push it, I'm gonna be stupid. So I stopped, pulled off both I had those gaiters. Those gaiters, if you're ever running on a trail, always a must, because there was a lot of people that their legs are all dirty, and I'm sure they got a bunch of like sand and rocks, and like Arizona sand, it somehow just sticks to you. It just clings to you. And their legs are all red, and it was all over their socks and definitely in their shoes. But the gaiters I had, it clips to your shoe so nothing gets in. So I had to unclip that, take my shoe off, and I was wearing 2 socks, which definitely helped. It was just where I placed the band-aids. Probably try moleskin next time. But it's not as bad. I know there's still a blister forming, so probably take some time off, just like some time until it heals, or I can band-aid it and try to get back to it, because I really don't want to be one of those people that have like really ugly feet and like walking around looking like a freaking chicken. So in terms of that, it sucked because the pacer passed me, and then people I lost like 15 minutes, and I'm so mad at myself because I'm like, if I just push myself, and I'm like, it felt better that I was able to pick up the pace, but I didn't tape the other foot either. So that one was the beginning. The other one started up, and I was like, I should have just taken both shoes off and I could have checked it, but I wasn't feeling anything at that point. So next time. I do plan on doing this one again, because it was nice. I like to see what the trail looks like. Everyone was really friendly, and they have really good sponsors if you get here. So get here early, because they have a raffle at the beginning of it, and the raffle, they were handing out some really good stuff. 4 people got free admission to any other race that they do for vacation racing. So that's part of the raffle ticket, but you're not automatically entered. You have to take it off of your race bib, and you have to be present. So you can't just like win it and then come and claim it later. It's only for people who are here and actually stay here for the duration. Like, because you can come in the morning, enter it, but there were some people who left or like were in their car or somewhere else, and the lady gave them time to like come and claim their prize, but yeah, they lost out on some pretty cool stuff. There was a hydro flask, like a 32 ounce. Those get expensive. Jose got a really nice electrolyte supplement, which is the sponsors for this thing. What are they called? It's probably on the back of my shirt, but it's really nice electrolyte supplement. It's like gnarly, or I'll put it in the comments, I guess. But he got that one, and like a really nice what is it? A Nathan water bottle. And those things can go up to like $30. So being in the raffle is definitely worth it. It was 144 for the race. So just with those things, winning a prize definitely makes up for it. Plus they're really super supportive if it's your first time. You get a little bell that you get to ring. I was so tired at the end. They have really good like food and stuff. They had hot chocolate, coffee, bananas, stuff for the morning. They had nice little layout at their little stands, so it's worth going to. It's very scenic, and there were people taking pictures. It's just, if you're gonna take pictures and do this race, just be respectful about it, because there were a lot of people just getting in people's way with their big butts, like taking over the whole trail. And it's like no one wants to be in your cute selfie that you're posting now. Like, you can take that selfie at the end. Like, let's just finish this race before we update the world about what's going on. Because part of why people do this race is to get away, to kind of have their own meditative moment. But basically, I'm really tired. Next time, definitely sleep better, hydrate better, for real. Eat better. I mean, I ate chicken this morning, which is probably something I should eat. You can probably see my lips are chapped. I couldn't find my chapstick, I don't know, so I think they're also windburn. But it's a good race to try. It's got this on the back, and this, so definitely bring hat, sunscreen. If you like bringing your own water, bring your own water. But they do have aid stations. And definitely plan ahead. I guess a lot of people came to Page because they wanted to see the eclipse with their families. So a lot of the hotels are sold out. So even when that person didn't communicate the amenities or that they were going to put us up, because they messaged us at like 11 o'clock. It was like, dude, we're already asleep. So, hat, sunglasses, sunblock, chapstick for sure. Some after running shoes. Good running shoes. I saw some people switch shoes mid-race. As long as you tape your feet, that shouldn't be necessary. But for the longer ones, that's a must. I'm not sure. I'm really tired. I hope we go eat, probably take a nap, go hang out at the lake, do something fun, wonderful, amazing, because I'm definitely going to go back when we get back, I have to do more CEs and stuff, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching.